If you're a Malaysian buyer importing goods from overseas, this video is essential for you. Let's break down what you need to know about the e-invoice treatment for imported goods. When purchasing from a foreign supplier, they are not registered under Malaysia's e-invoicing system. That means you, the importer or buyer, are responsible for generating a self-billed e-invoice for the imported goods on behalf of foreign supplier. Self-billed e-invoice will be a documentation proof of expense of the buyer or importer. Self-billed e-invoice will be served as a documentary proof of expense for the buyer or importer. This is a mandatory requirement under the e-invoice framework by the Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, LHDN. When must it be issued? You must issue the self-billed e-invoice by the end of the second month after the month in which the goods are cleared by RMCD, Royal Malaysian Customs Department. The clearance date is shown on the K1 form, so always refer to that. Example, if clearance date as per K1 form is March 2025. The deadline to issue self-billed e-invoice will be on or before the 31st of May 2025. For the drop shipment arrangement, even if the goods do not physically enter Malaysia, you are still required to issue a self-billed e-invoice for purchases from foreign suppliers. This applies to drop shipment transactions, where goods are shipped directly from your overseas supplier to your customer, either in Malaysia or abroad. In drop shipment scenarios, if there's no customs clearance in Malaysia, so the field of reference number of customs form column can be left blank. You should issue the self-billed e-invoice when the foreign supplier's invoice is recorded in your accounting system. Let's explore two common scenarios in a drop shipment arrangement. Scenario 1. A customer in Malaysia places an order with you in Malaysia. In turn, you place an order with your overseas supplier. The overseas supplier who then ships the goods directly to your customer in Malaysia. In this situation, you must issue a self-billed e-invoice by the end of the second month, following the month customs clearance is obtained in Malaysia. You also need to issue a standard e-invoice to your Malaysian customer for your sale. Scenario 2. An overseas customer places an order with you, a seller based in Malaysia. You then place an order with your overseas supplier who ships the goods directly to your customer abroad, without the goods entering Malaysia at any point. Come to this situation, issue a self-billed e-invoice is still necessary. Since there's no importation, the timing for the self-billed e-invoice is based on when the foreign invoice is recorded in your accounting system. There is no fixed deadline from IRBM, but best practice is to issue the invoice within your usual accounting cycle. In the situation of purchase from Taobao or loose cargo shipment, known as LCL, Taobao will not issue e-invoice, which is complied to Malaysia regulation, since Taobao is a foreigner company. You may obtain the invoice from Taobao, and you have to do self-billed e-invoice as a proof of expense. You may blank the K1 form column, since importation via loose container will not have any K1 form. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friend. Got any questions about e-invoicing? Drop us a message. CLPC Advisors, your trusted tax consultant.